Summers! I know you're in here.
Hollywood's getting ready for an eye-popping summer with the newest chapter of the X-Men franchise. It's opening tomorrow. X-Men Apocalypse will go head-to-head with another sequel. It's called Alice Through the Looking Glass, starring Johnny Depp, who just announced that they're getting a divorce today. The two premieres have Hollywood hoping for a powerful Memorial Day weekend at the box office. We're previewing the summer's most anticipated movies with New York Times reporter, that's Melena Ryzik, and Matt Singer, editor-in-chief for ScreenCrush.com. Good morning to you both.
Morning.
Morning. I know I was very sad to hear that they were divorcing Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, but you're here to talk about the movies.
Yes.
So what's your prediction? Who's going to come out on top this weekend?
Well,
Let's start with you, Melena.
X-Men Apocalypse, I think we can say in one voice, that's the movie that's tracking to be the top movie of the weekend, and Alice might kind of come in second. You know, X-Men is obviously a big franchise. It's following up on, I don't know how many sequels.
This is the 9th one.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen them all.
Depends how you count.
Really? This is if you count all of the spin-offs and prequels and sequels, and yes.
You think it's still popular, X-Men? Seriously?
They certainly are popular, and it is probably going to be the #1 movie.
All right.
But
even though it has a kind of a hard thing to pull off because it's got to pull in all these characters, all these different storylines.
Yes.
It takes place 10 years, I think, after the last X-Men installment.
Okay.
So there's a lot of different people that they have to like introduce and people to carry through the movie.
But in terms of the box office movie to beat, Captain America, which just surpassed $1 billion.
Yeah, $1
right?
billion worldwide, and majority of that, I think twice of that, is in the foreign market. So it's doing incredibly well. And you know, Disney, which is the company behind it, has got another big entrant into the field with Finding Dory later this summer. So those are going to be the two movies that Disney is banking on, and I think they're going to do pretty well.
That's really the only movie that I think could dethrone Captain America as the movie of the summer. It would have to be the biggest Pixar movie ever. There's only been one Pixar movie to make $1 billion worldwide, which was Toy Story 3. But I think people love, I love Finding Nemo. So I feel like a sequel could certainly be a huge hit.
Yes. Own it.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes, absolutely.
What about Bourne? Is Jason Bourne coming back?
Yeah, and we have
Matt Damon and Paul Greengrass.
Right, Paul Greengrass is
reuniting director and stuff.
Right.
I feel like this could be, I mean, certainly people are excited about it, but I feel like this could be one of the surprise biggest hits of the summer.
Really?
Because people love these movies and they're on constantly, and people are really excited. They've been clamoring for a real Bourne. They made a Bourne with a faux Bourne, a fake Bourne, and they finally got Matt Damon back. They got Greengrass back to make it. I think people are going to be really excited for that one.
And the twist is, in this one, he knows eventually, finally, that he is Jason Bourne. No more secrets.
A lot of people are excited about the female Ghostbusters. Are you guys?
Absolutely. That is definitely one of the movies that is at the top of my list to see. Unfortunately, it's had this controversy surrounding it.
What controversy?
There's been this sort of small pocket of hate on the internet because this movie dares to replace the Ghostbusters with female Ghostbusters.
There's always some small
And what is the
pocket of
complaint
hate on
about
the
that?
internet.
Yeah, that sounds like a cup of haterade.
It
Yes,
is absolutely.
a large, very large
Do we
glass.
take that seriously? Are you taking that seriously?
I think it's unfortunately been, the focus of some
Yeah,
of
it's
the press
dominated a lot of the
for the movie,
conversation.
and I think it's a small pocket of people, but they have a big megaphone. So unfortunately,
What's
people
the
have to
common link
respond
here?
to it.
Is it the action adventure?
Bigness.
Bigness.
Largeness.
Yeah.
As many, I mean, look at the poster for X-Men Apocalypse. It's like, how many more characters can we cram onto this poster? Let's put a few more. Can we convince Hugh Jackman to come back and throw him on there?
Just put the hand on. That's all you really
just
need
put
to
the claws.
see,
That's all we
right?
need to see. And then after Captain America, which had so many characters, it had more Avengers than the last Avengers movie.
Independence Day without Will Smith, can that be? Will that work?
Apparently
It doesn't
can.
seem possible to me.
Well, I don't know. You trade a Smith and you get a Hemsworth instead, right? But I don't know that people are
pretty
going
good
to
trade.
care.
An Independence Day sequel without
good
Will Smith,
trade.
that's like a Finding Nemo sequel without fish. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry.
Well, it definitely doesn't seem like it's going to be quite as lighthearted a movie from the previews. It might be sort of more apocalyptic and scary.
More of everything.
Yeah.
Is summer a better time to release a movie than Christmas?
They're both big times for the studios. They kind of put their prestige films out more in the winter, sort of in the Oscar season. But,
It seems like there's 2 seasons now for movies at all. There's the summer, which now starts in like late March and continues until the end of August, and then it's award season.
Thanksgiving.
And I recently saw The Founder with Michael Keaton, and I thought he was really great in that. What's
Yeah,
your prediction
aren't
for that?
we glad
About
that Michael
the story
Keaton
of
is, that Michael
McDonald's
Keaton
story?
is back? Yeah, so that's the story of Ray Kroc, who is known as the founder of McDonald's. It's a kind of a warts and all movie, even though he took over the existing McDonald's company and franchised it. That
Turned
was
it into the monolith that it is. I'm looking forward to that one. I'm a little jealous that you've already seen it. Michael
Really
Keaton
good.
looks great in that.
Melena
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Very much.
Melena Ryzik and Matt Singer, great to have you guys both here.